A simple and routinary activity performed several times turned into an accident in 45 minutes. How could this have happened? Paron plant, France, 2:05 p.m. The truck driver arrives at the site, checks in with security, and signs the safety protocol as instructed by the guard. He then proceeds towards the unloading area, as per security guard's instructions. Truck makes a U-turn on the site and parks his truck with the front towards Gate J. At about 2:30 p.m., truck is in position and the unloading of 14 empty wooden reels, each 2.2 meters in diameter, begins. Inside the truck, the driver pushes the empty drums towards the wooden stopper at the back, where the Prismian forklift driver, with more than 20-year experience as a forklift driver, collects them. The operation takes 15 minutes until 2:45 p.m., when the last drum is unloaded. At that point, the forklift driver reverses away from the truck with the last drum loaded on its forks and drives forward to the storage area. Meanwhile, the truck driver comes down the back of the truck, retrieves the wooden stopper, and walks toward the crate where the wooden stoppers are stored, located on the other side of the forklift's path. During this time, the accident occurs. While heading to the drum storage area, the forklift driver struck the truck driver, who was in his path, and then drove over him.
What went wrong? At first glance, we might focus only on the immediate causes, like the actions of the two drivers. The truck driver was walking in a loading-unloading area, and the forklift was moving forward with limited visibility. However, we perfectly know that we cannot rely solely on operators' behaviors as the only control measure and barrier between hazards and potential accidents. We must remember that human actions and behaviors are often shaped and driven by external factors, including environmental conditions, work and job planning, and organizational culture. An effective prevention system operates on multiple levels and layers of defense, interconnected through 4 key factors: organization, environment, technology, people. To better understand how to build an effective prevention system, we can use the Swiss cheese model. Developed in the early 1990s by James Reason, a psychology professor who studied organizational factors and incidents, this model provides a clear visualization of accident causation and system defenses. In the Swiss cheese model, the components of an organization are represented as slices of cheese, e.g. management, resource allocation, technical countermeasure. The holes in each slice represent possible deficiencies within those components, gaps, defects in the system, or missing controls. When the holes align, they create a pathway that can lead to an accident. In his model, Reason intended to emphasize that accidents are the result of multiple failures rather than a single cause. By focusing on building barriers, additional slices of cheese, rather than solely addressing the initial event, we can reduce the risk of incidents. How can we build a robust safety system? What elements must we include to have effective barriers? Working on people and behavior, we have to promote safe behaviors and strong safety leadership, strengthen the safety culture, enhance training, attention, carefulness, and consciousness. Stop dangerous activities. At organizational level, we have to provide clear instructions, detailed procedures, and job planning. Analyze all hazards, assess risks, and define effective mitigation measures. Deliver strong and comprehensive training to employees, contractors, and visitors. Implement a strong management system with effective controls. Referring to the work environment, we have to improve a safe design of working areas, tools, and equipments. Enhance housekeeping practices to maintain a safe and orderly work environment. Finally, let's not forget to take advantage of technology. We have to implement and maintain efficient technical safety devices to prevent accidents. Many of those elements were missing in Paron plant. Holes in layers of defense and missing barriers lead to the fatal accident. What can I do to prevent accidents and events like the one that occurred in Paron? I, as a pedestrian, should always keep these 5 golden rules in mind. Keep an adequate distance from forklifts and vehicles. Stay on dedicated paths. Make eye contact to ensure the driver sees you before crossing. Use pedestrian-specific doorways. Never use mobile phones, headphones, or other electronic devices while walking. These rules are your layer of defense. Use them to protect yourself from hazards. I, as a forklift driver, or whenever I drive a vehicle, should always follow those rules. Always drive with full visibility. Always follow speed limits. Load within forklift capacity limits. Safe working load. Make sure the load is stable and secured. Use the horn in blind spots. Keep an adequate distance from pedestrians. Keep forklifts stationary when raising or lowering the mast. Never use mobile phones, headphones, or any electronic device while driving. Seek assistance from other operators when required. Use of spotter. Do not drive with the forks raised and do not leave forks elevated when forklift is unattended. Perform pre-operations checks before using the forklift and report defects for maintenance. Before dismounting the forklift or having an interaction with pedestrian, ensure that the vehicle has come to a complete stop. Engine is turned off, tines are lowered, gear is in park or neutral, handbrake is fully engaged. These rules are your layer of defense. Use them to protect yourself and your colleagues from hazards. You should know that Prysmian has implemented a list of golden rules, which are life-saving rules that must be followed by all employees and anyone entering Prysmian's premises during any type of activity. 1. I always perform a high-risk activity only if authorized. 2. I always perform an activity after having carried out risk assessment, method statements, job safety analysis, work planning. 3. I always perform an activity after having received proper training, license. 4. I always wear required personal protective equipment, PPE. 5. I always operate free from the influence of alcohol, drugs, or narcotics. 6. I always respect the rules of safe traffic management. 7. I always carry out interventions, maintenance activities, after having properly isolated all energy sources. 8. I immediately report hazards, incidents, and unsafe acts and conditions. 9. I always operate machines, equipment with the foreseen protective systems activated. 10. I am prepared for emergencies, and I know the steps I need to follow. In addition to the golden rules, Prysmian has put in place the Stop Working Authority policy. This policy allows any employee that detect any violation of golden rules or any unmanaged high-risk activity to must stop the work immediately. Acting promptly and following proper safety procedures can truly make the difference between a minor accident and a tragedy. Always pay attention to what is happening around you, and if you detect any high risk that could threaten the life, health, or safety of a colleague, immediately stop the activity and help the organization to enhance the safety culture and take the necessary corrective measures. Don't think afterwards about what you could have done before. Each one of us can make the difference.